Hello, 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 hello. Come on in. Please join me. Hold on, guys. Please join me live. Come on in. I will not be before you guys long. I just felt the need to felt a brewing in my spirit to come forth and go live and just share a powerful testimony with you guys, but not just a powerful testimony to kind of give you guys some proven strategies in how to breaking through. So come on in, let me know where you're coming from. Please share, please subscribe, please invite somebody else. Caring is sharing. Don't keep all the knowledge and different things for yourself. So we have to always share. So please join us. I trust that you have had a blessed day on today. Not even a blessed day on today, but a blessed week. I trust that your week has been by far one of the greatest weeks in time. So, with that said, come on in and join me, folks. My name is Kim Capies. Please come on and join my live. Today, we're going to be talking about breakthrough. Your breakthrough is imminent. Your breakthrough is imminent. Breakthrough. Your breakthrough is brewing. Your breakthrough is fastly approaching. Your breakthrough is looming. Your breakthrough is in the pipeline. Your breakthrough is here, folks. It is here. It is here. So with that said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not going to labor this any longer, but please let me know where you're coming from. And yes, I love the interaction. I love to interact, so let's interact, folks. Okay, so let's talk about this thing, breakthrough. I know we're in a season where so many people are just like, okay, God, I have prayed, I have fasted, I have believed, I have spoken, I have decreed, I have declared, and still nothing seems to break. What about those stubborn pressing, situations and problems that seems to not break? It's like I done everything, Father. I've sold, I have prayed, I've done this, I've done it, but nothing seems to break. I want to give you guys some proven strategies on what I had done into breaking through. Of course, there are other things that I've done, as well, but I'll kind of give you guys some key things that I've done to breaking through. Years ago, it was a very pressing situation. Oh my gosh, folks! Years. Well, it was a few years back. I was at one job, and then God had transitioned me to a whole different entire field, a whole different entire career scope from what I've never thought that I would have even could have done. And so as I transition as I transition over into a whole different career, um, it was a process. So I had to fill out the application and different things of nature. So from the time of me filling out the application, that was a process. And from the time of the interview was a process. So overall, it was a process. But before that entire process, I remember me trying to find a job, find a job, find a job, find a job. Keep in mind, I've been in the medical field for 18 and a half years. Then I got transitioned to a whole different career of not my choice, but of God's choice. And in that process of me trying to find work and so forth, and it was very difficult. It was very challenging, very difficult. Hey Melanie, how are you? Thanks for joining. Thank you so much for joining. And so it was a very difficult time, folks. And so I mean, at that point, it took me literally like about 6 to 8 months before I had received a job. But let's backtrack to. Oh, thank you. Yes, you're blessed. I'm so blessed too. Thank you. It is a blessed day. It is blessed to be in the land of the living, right? Blessed. So, folks, let me kind of backtrack. I'm glad you hopped on, Melanie. I'm just sharing about a little bit about breakthrough, how God had given me this word years ago. So the word in my dream was imminent. So at that time, I didn't know what it meant. So I researched it and so forth and different things of that nature. So I've learned the definition, of that word. I took that word, I hear that word in my heart, I begin to pray over, that word, because a lot of times too, we can, hear a word from God, and sometimes we may not know what that word mean, and yet we fail to look it up in scripture. We fail to look it up in definition as to what is you saying to me, Father? What is it? And so during that time of me applying for this particular position, and it was months before I got a job, and I just kept calling them, kept sending emails, wasn't hearing anything back from this particular company, and I just kept pressing and applying to various I would say to various jobs. Yet I still was strategic. I was strategic about where did I want to work to. uh no, I knew I needed work, but it wasn't just okay, let me apply so I can just have some money coming in. No, I needed to be very strategic as to where I was going to be positioned, where I was going to be placed at. And so in that time, like I said, it was like 6 to 8 months of me trying to find employment. And so God had given me that word, breakthrough is imminent. And so I began to look up that word. And so I don't know if you were on, Melanie, but I gave the definition of that word. So that definition, imminent, means something is brewing, something is fastly approaching, something is looming, something to be expected, something to be anticipated, something that is coming down the pipeline, something that is fastly approaching. So I took those synonyms. I took those. Yes, the right strategy is key. Yes, the strategy is key. We have to be strategic, and we doing not just going around doing stuff just to be doing. We have to be deliberate and very strategic in what it is that we want, what it is that we're going to do, not just doing just to be, doing. So yes, I had to be very strategic and deliberate in that, Melanie. So yes, I agree. The right strategy is key. And so backtracking. So as God gave me that word, I began to pray over. I began to pray over that word. So what I began to do was look up the definition. So I looked up the definition for it. So the same synonyms that I just gave you guys, that was what I prayed over. So Father, I thank you that my breakthrough is coming. I thank you that this job, whatever job that you have me to be on, whatever job that is for me, that it is looming. It is coming down the pipeline. It is fastly approaching. It is brewing. It is to be expected. It is anticipated. So I began to decree those things over prophesy those things over myself. And so in that time, I just kept decreeing, kept declaring, kept speaking. Father, this is what you said. I kept putting a demand on the word because that was the word that he gave me in that season. So I kept putting a demand on the word. I kept decreeing, kept declaring. I gave God no rest. As it says in Isaiah 62, 6 through 7, I believe. I think it's Isaiah 62, 6 through 7, where it says, give him no rest. So I didn't give God no rest concerning that word that he given me. So when God gives you a word, do not give him no rest. Keep putting pressure and demand on that word. Keep prophesying over yourself until you see breakthrough, until that thing manifests. So I kept decreeing and declaring, Father, it is fastly approaching. It is brewing. It is looming. I just kept fastly approaching and approaching him day and night. And I didn't have a specific time as to, prayer. It was just, if I felt the urgency or the need to pray, then that's what I would do. I would pray. There were different times, I had to get up, and pray. Some were midnight prayers, some were midnight fasting, some were early morning fasting, some were early morning praying. So I knew that I had to change the game. Sometimes, well, in order to get a breakthrough, sometimes, not all times, you got to switch up. You cannot keep doing the same thing that once worked in one season. Something that may have worked in one season may not work in another season. So I had to switch up. So the switch up for me was changing the times, that I fast, how I fasted, how I prayed. A lot of times they were praying in the spirit. So praying in the spirit is a game changer, folks. If you don't know nothing about praying in the spirit, that is a game changer to your breakthrough. So there were a lot of times that I was praying in the spirit. Not only that, I would get up various hours of the night, various hours of the day, and I'll begin to, pray and begin to decree and declare, Father, this is what you said. This is what you said. And I kept at that word. I mean, that word imminent, I kept hold of that word, kept hold of the synonyms, and began to decree it, began to declare it, and just kept praying, kept fasting. Worship is definitely a key to breakthrough. And so those were some of the things that I did to obtain a breakthrough. And so let's backtrack. So I kept at the word, kept at the word, kept decreeing, kept declaring, the word of, God that he had released to me in that season. And so I remember one day it was a time I was in the house and I was just like, okay, God, I done this, I done it. What is left for me to do? What is left for me to do? And I was at the point, okay, just forget this position. I'll just go and apply, I'll just go and apply somewhere else. Keep in mind the praying, the fasting, the worshiping, and all those key factors that I have done, to sustain myself during that duration of waiting. I gained weight in the spirit arena. During those times of me waiting, I gained weight in the realm of the spirit, because me praying in spirit, me fasting, me doing different things, that I'm doing different things from what I would previous do to get breakthrough, had caused a greater version of me to manifest. It had caused me to come into different multi-levels and dimension of prayer. Catch it, folks. You gotta catch it. Every season, especially a very pressing and a hard season, it always requires a different version of you. It always requires you to dig deeper, you to push deeper into greater levels and greater depths. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's pressing, sometimes it's challenging, but we have to keep hold of that word, keep the word fastened before us, stay on it, speak it, decree it, declare it, worship and believe. And so those were a lot of things that I had to do, and to keep in my breakthrough, to keeping myself sustained, in the word. And so I remember a time that it was one of them days I was like, okay, I'm just tired. I just didn't feel like praying. I didn't feel like worship. I just didn't feel like doing nothing, because keep in mind the duration was like a 6 to 8 months of me not having any work at that time. And so I just like, okay, I'm done. I'm tired, God. I'm tired. Now I'm gonna be honest. We all get tired. Don't let no pastor, no apostle, no bishop, or nobody tell you that they don't get tired. We all get tired. As a believer, we do get tired. And so I just grew tired. I grew weary. I was battle weary. That's what it was. I was battle weary. And so during that time, I was like, okay, God, I'm done. But guess what? Let me tell you the breakthrough. This is something that I have never heard anybody. I mean, I've heard of some extraordinary breakthroughs in people's life, but to have experienced this in my own life, the Lord of breakthrough, the God who goes before us, the breaker, broke through. I don't know what day it was, but it broke through that night at 8:30 p.m. 8:30 that night p.m. The young lady from the company who I applied, kept applying and kept harassing. The young lady from the HR called me on 3 occasions at 8:30. Yes, it was 3 occasions. The third occasion, because she couldn't reach, but the second occasion, because she couldn't reach out, get in contact with me, she contacted my daughter. She contacted my daughter. My daughter was able to get in contact with me to let me know this young lady is trying to get in contact with me. She said that I had the job. This was at 8:30, folks, 8:30 p.m. 8:30 p.m. The Lord of a breakthrough, the God who breaks through before us, broken through for me. He allowed that young lady to be positioned at that particular company up until like 8:30 that night. And now, granted, she could have just, okay, well, I'm gonna throw her application in the trash. I'm gonna dismiss this. I'm gonna go on to the next candidate. My God came through at 8:30 that night. Now, listen in at all the factors. It was a 6 to 8 month time wait of me getting a job. Secondly, that particular day, I was like, okay, God, I'm just done. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm tired. Then thirdly, God broken through before me. So my prayers, my worship, and my expectation, me putting a demand on the word was not in vain, folks. It was not in vain. God had broken through before me. It was 8:30 p.m. that night that the young lady from the human resources called to say, do you want, we have a position, available for you. Do you want this position? I've been trying to reach you and reach you and reach you. So I don't know how long she was trying to reach me prior to 8:30 p.m. But my God, yes, Melanie, thank you, Lord, for the breakthrough. My God broke through at 8:30 p.m. that night. I've never known an employer or anyone from HR to call someone at 8:30 p.m. at night saying that you have this position. We want you to come in and to do your paperwork. I have never known that. I've never heard that. Keep in mind, the business hours in most cases are 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. 8:30 p.m., my God, broken through. So I say to you guys, if that does not wet your wood, if that does not get you charged and amped up, and to know that God will break through and he will come forth for you, no matter what time it is, it doesn't matter. God will overturn natural laws on your behalf. He will break laws. That was, to me, that was a law broken for me. 8:30 p.m. Who does that? Only our God does that. Our God, he reigns forever. God is a God of a breakthrough, guys. If you trust in him, if you believe in him, and you just do the things that you need to do in that time of you waiting, my God will break through for you like never before. He will cause the exceedingly, the immeasurable in your life if you believe and take him at his word. I took him at his word for those, but what I would say, like 6 to 8 months. I took him at his word. I kept at it. I kept believing. I kept fasting, kept decreeing, kept declaring, kept prophesying, kept praying, kept believing, kept prophesying, kept decreeing, kept fasting. I kept at it. Yes, Melanie, he will supersede all natural laws. And that's what he had done for me that day, 8:30 p.m. My God has superseded and overturn man's laws. That has never been heard of. Where in my time, I've never experienced that until that day, 8:30. I was like, my God. I mean, I was just so in shock and so in awe. So whoever you are, know that if you're in whatever type of season where it's like it's 8 months, 6 months, 5 months, 9 months, a year, hold on to the word of God. Keep at it. Keep putting a demand on the word and change up the things that some of the things that you may be doing. You just need a tweaking in your worship. You may need to go deeper in prayer. You may need to pray in the spirit a little more. Maybe your hour is not getting it praying in the spirit. Maybe you need to go back 7 o'clock and maybe you need to pray in the spirit, again. Maybe you need to meditate and just lie there and just allow God to minister to you, to give you, those God-given strategies. So I don't know what it is you may need to tweak, but I would tell you this: stay true to the word of God. Keep hold of that word, not bending, not wavering, not allowing yourself to be tossed to and from because of certain situation, because of the wind that is blowing, because of the waves that are coming your way. You hold fast to that word and you believe God on everything that he tells you to do. Keep in mind, God has already weighed the word before. He has already weighed the situation before you. So you are able and you are equipped with more than enough tools, more than enough resources to break through breakthrough on that other side, to manifestation of your breakthrough. Stay in expectation. Stay in expectation and know that this thing, it has to break. It must move. Any mountain that's in my life, it must move. Call those mountains a molehill, because that's what they are. They are a molehill. Speak to the mountain as God have told us to speak to the mountain, and the mountain shall be removed and shall be cast into the sea. So you guys have to speak to the mountain, decree, declare, prophesy, pray, fast, worship, meditate. Most of all, hold God accountable to his word. He honors his word above his name. So if you don't get anything from this live, know that the God of a breakthrough, the breaker, has already gone before you. He has already done it. Know that there's no time with God. You can't put him in a certain box. Oh, he's going to do it this time. He's going to do it, but you can't say that he's not going to do it. God will do it. If he done it for me at 8:30 p.m. that night, he'll do it for you. He will do it for you. So don't box him in. You may look at it like, okay, well, they're not going to call me today because at 5 o'clock or at 4 o'clock, 4:30, the business hours is over with. They're done. They're gone home for tonight. Sure, they may be gone home at 4, 5 o'clock, 4:30. But you never know who God may have to stay behind to work on a project or to work on some things on your behalf. That was not a coincidence, folks, that he had that young lady. Yes, Melanie, it's already done. It is already done. It is done. God just needs your partnership. He just needs your cooperation to stay in there, to keep decreeing, to keep declaring and prophesy and speaking his word, and keep hammering at that word until that thing breaks, until it breaks. So, folks, I don't care how long it's been. Maybe it's been a year for you. Maybe, some may, have not had a job. Maybe it's been 8 months. Maybe it's been 6 months. Maybe it's been 5. I don't know. But whatever the case may be with you, know that it's already done. As Melanie has said, it is already done. That God has already broken through before you. Know that if he done it for me, he'll overturn natural laws on your behalf. So, folks, I hope you got something from this pop-up live of Your Breakthrough is Imminent. It is there. It is there. Yes, Melanie. Melanie says now it's time to believe God for your millions like that. Yes, it is. That's true, Melanie. I like that. Yes, that is true. It is time to believe God for your millions like that. So yes, I'm gonna take that, Melanie. I'm gonna take that one. Yep, to believe God like I believe God then, to believe him for my millions. Yes. Yes, so that's it, Melanie. I love that. I like that. So I gotta keep decreeing and keep declaring and keep hammering down on my millions. Breakthrough to my millions. Yes, my millions. I like that, Melanie. Yes. So yes, folks, we got to lean in there. We got to tap in there, but know that God is able to do the exceedingly abundantly. He is able to do the immeasurable in your life, and God will break through. He will overturn those natural laws on your behalf. He done it for me, he'll do it for you. So with that, folks, I'm going to wrap up. Is there any questions that one may have? If you do not have any questions, I will see you guys live again. Please subscribe, please share, please like. Definitely share this great, powerful pop-up testimony and proven strategies that I have given you guys. But thank you so much to Melanie for joining, and blessings to you, even more blessings to you in this day, even in this week. Much blessings to you. And so everyone else, and to all my replay viewers, much blessings to you. I pray that you have gotten something from this, and please share it with somebody. Somebody needs to hear this. That's what it's about, being transparent. Yes, and hit the like button. Yes, thank you, Melanie. Hit the like button. Yes, like this video, hit the like button. Before you get off, hit the like button. But to all my replay viewers, thank you guys for listening in and chiming in and joining. Love you guys. Have a great day and see you guys soon. And know that God is already broken through before you, and your breakthrough is imminent. See you guys later. Bye bye.